Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Viewers. We're back with Grand Arena, the second match of Season 34, 5v5. Today, I actually have enough time to play this one, unlike last round. Last round, I didn't have enough time to fully participate. I only had about 40 minutes, just threw a couple teams in for testing for the most part. This round, we'll do a lot more. But I'll show you what happened. At least my opponent's attacks were interesting. Triple B-Man was my opponent. Had I had the time to play this, I would have been able to full clear and win this one because he couldn't clear fleets and he gave me enough room to work with it. You'll see how my defense performed. So 2 shots up against Mon Mothma, 2 shots up against this mix of Gear 11 and 12 First Order. And I think that's because he was starting to get a little deeper into his roster, and you'll see how the other teams down below did. In the lower territory, we get some more holds. 2 up against Qui-Gon, 4 up against General Grievous. And then the back wall. This is mainly just filler here. He one-shot that stuff. Up above with Fleet, we are looking at 3 holds by the Chimera. And we will move on. The one thing I do want to mention, if you haven't seen the last video, is even without the Traya Omicron, already dealing with the SWGOH team is a nuisance. Some of this is fluff because I was just throwing in teams, seeing what would happen, but some of it is legit. Like I think I threw in Wampa and it easily handled Wampa. But for today, let's start with the bracket. My opponent is Nightman here, 8.8 million GP, so about 400k more than me GP wise. He's right in line, actually one of the higher GPs in the bracket, second highest. Zetas are deep. He's a 6 GL player, which is the highest GLs in this round. Possibly means he's not going to participate. He hasn't participated at the start of me recording this. He may have begun attacking. 7 Amis. So he's got a mix of GL and territorial Amis. He actually has 12 in his roster. A lot of relic units though, second most in the round. But that's not an outrageous amount. That's within the range of what we usually see, especially in Kyber 2. That's high for this bracket in Kyber 3. And his depth is fine. With 6-dot mods, he's good in terms of this bracket. One of the higher averages of top 500 speeds at plus 14.8 with a top 25. He's right in the middle for what this bracket is offering, but I'm at the top in both of these. I'm at the top with mod quality and just mod depth. Like I don't have the overall 6-dot mod counts, but when you break it down by 15 plus, 20 plus, and 25 plus, I have the most in each of those categories. Datacrons, my opponent has good Datacrons. Or probably does. Like sometimes these could be level 9 with the wrong Datacron abilities, but I think this is just not his game mode. Maybe his participation's been a little iffy. We'll see a little bit more of that in the Hotbot. But he has everything but Jabba. Has Melgus. Kinda has Iden. No SWGOH Ami. Has a Maul, and he's got the better cat. Not sure if that's going to come up or not. But that gives us the idea. We'll jump over to the Hotbot. From the bird's eye view, he has a lot of advantages. It does not look great. He's in the much stronger guild. Clears, though, you can see this is what I'm saying. Really low on clears, really low on undersizes. It's going to be a coin flip of whether or not he participates. He does play sometimes, just not all the time. But we are at about 2.5 hours left until the end of Grand Arena, so odds are somewhat in my favor. Relic distribution is fine. But he does have a lot of Relic 8s, good amount of Relic 7s, so he does have relics that could cause some problems. Everyone, for the most part, is decently modded. He does have Swolo to pair with his Ray, but no profundity. So that means, what that usually means is I'm going to have the wiggle room to muscle my way through if things get a little sloppy. Take a look at how his speed mods are distributed. Just want to see how many. With 300 speed, he has 19. Jedinet Revan is his last one at 300. Bossk is at 299. So he has a few more that are well modded beyond that. And you can see they're, for the most part, the right ones. Very sensible characters. Now let's hit the defense and get attacking. Looks like he started. This is new. He attacked one character, or at least cleared one squad in each territory. That might be it. So he cleared the first order, left the rest. Down below, cleared the Melgus. This is unchanged from last round, but I'll just show this for being thorough. Just filler back there. Usually I want a stronger defense, but I just rely on my profundity to prevent full clears. So it's less important that the defense be good enough. So we have JML, SLKR, so Grievous and Bossk with a Zam on me. Down below we have another GL. So we got Rey with Swolo, Phasma, Nute, and Qui-Gon. So we have a 3 GL defense at a minimum. There might be a GL on the back wall. I kind of doubt it. Not really how people play. But we will get started. We'll see how this goes. We're going to start with Gas up against Rey. That's worked pretty well in the past up against Swolo. Since he's not a resistance character, I feel like it's had some positive results because of that. Maybe, maybe not. He's also somewhat slow. We'll see how this at least will soften it up enough where we can hopefully clean it up with maybe a Star Killer. And let's use... We're not really gonna evade. We don't really land too many debuffs, although I guess Gas would. Let's just do that. Let's start working on Swolo so he is ready to be taken out by the time Rey falls into the yellow. Save the form up. Although I'd like to go after the resistance heroes. Let's start going after Finn, trigger him if we can. And we can make it Poe, that's fine too. Alright, this is what we saved the form up for. still got lifeblood. I'm gonna hit Holdo. Actually, you know what? Forget about Holdo. Fine. Okay. Now we can take out Poe. Or we could have. One down. We can't take out Swolo yet because Ray hasn't fallen into the yellow, so we're going to hit Holdo. Don't want to taunt. That's not great. Okay. I'm going to throw an Armor Shred on Ray. I still don't think she hit the yellow. Let's kind of want to hit Ray. Let's hit Ray. Jeez, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Maybe I should have taken out Holdo. That's terrible. Now we can take out Swolo if I don't die. Okay. That's not great. Alright, it's over. We made some good progress. At a point where we can throw multiple things at it, maybe just Star Killer, but I probably distributed my attacks too much. But I didn't want to use a GL, because we're going to need to use GLs up above. We're going to do those to start, actually. I want to know what kind of match we have. We're just going to do the JKR, JKL counter. Which is these guys. I believe that's everybody. CG gonna be. I'm gonna have to relic my Bastila. I've been holding off on that for way too long. Usually I have some notes with me to remind myself how to do this, because this is very particular. So we're going to want to swap, stun, and we don't want to do the Master's Training. We want to throw up Foresight because of SLKR's turn. And we're going to want to mark Hux. So we dodge all that damage because of the Foresight. I kind of want to Dispel, but I don't think that's the move. I think no, we're gonna, that might be the, yeah, we can't do that. We were just supposed to do a big attack. Because I can't Dispel, is why. And that usually means we're not going to clear this in one. It depends on how his SLKR is modded, but I think his SLKR is modded fairly well. We'll have to clean it up, not a huge deal. That's what I was expecting. Which do I want to do? Let's do Foresight. Well, I guess I couldn't do Foresight because it was the buff immunity. We can't hit him. So let's just get a little turn meter. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. There's a number of things we can throw at him to clean him up. Now, JML, do we want to JMK that or not? Maybe we'll say, we can either, we'll probably just want to JMK it because of the number of good Jedi on that squad. Kind of want to save JMK if I can. Or not JMK, JML if I can, because I could clean up Rey with a GL, or I could use Star Killer. And I kind of think I might. Yeah, it's fine. Anything. Let's just use Star Killer. It's more valuable to just use this a bit more. It's just, this has more risk to it. This is significantly more risk. Because I don't have a relic visas. Alright, let's throw that. Dispel so we can go over here. Okay, let's just stick with the basics. We're getting our stacks, or whatever we want to call that, pretty quick. Defense penetration up. How does this swap work? Does it only matter with a Jedi? Or target ally to resist? Fine, let's do that with... I should have done that with Palpatine. But I wanted a swap. Is what I was hoping for. Okay. Can I use it on you? I think I should wait until these other guys are out of damage immunity. And that she's not doing, more importantly, that she's not doing that, is what I really should do. Does this do anything? All right, now we do it. Not great. Okay. Saves us a GL that we can use up against anything that Starkiller would have beat anyway. And has given us a little bit more practice for other situations in which we'd want to use, or other situations in which we use Starkiller up against Ray. Let's nest. I think like that's right. We can still solo this with nest, right? I'm pretty sure I have. I just think it's just more annoying. This is I just can't remember if I've done this 100% or not. I'm pretty sure I have. Do I have tenacity on those new mods? I would just like some extra tenacity is what I'd like. Alright, where's the tenacity? Oh, that's the wrong set. This set. Okay, tenacity, potency. Tenacity armor, that wouldn't be bad. Tenacity crit damage might be nice. Tenacity potency crit damage, 57. Let's do that. Oh wait, no, that's the Wampa one. Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. Let's get to it. Indeed. I think it's the Phasma on me that I don't like to throw nest up against it, but the TIE pilot's fine. You'd think I'd remember this stuff more consistently. With the Starkiller, I need to finish working on his team so I can just use it up against Ray and no longer need to use multiple team. Ooh, that is terrible. That is terrible. No, we're dead. Fine. You know what would work is Savage, but we might want to use Savage elsewhere. Yeah. Alright, fine. Let's do our Night Sisters thing. We could clean up SLKR, but I'm probably going to use troopers, and I kind of want to make sure I don't need troopers before I do that. Okay. Just put out a couple videos to end last week. One on the Traya Omicron, which I'm going to put on right before next Grand Arena. I am way excited for it. I think it's excellent. And the other one being a rant about what I think the territory battles is likely going to, how it's likely going to impact Grand Arena. Like, one of the things I don't like is uniformity around rosters. What I like is the diversity and randomness that we see in our opponents in Grand Arena. And I'm very worried that the new territory battles, particularly with how each phase requires a minimum relic level, is going to force everyone's rosters just to be brought up to those relic minimums. And it could very potentially make things very boring. And I'm concerned. You can watch those videos if you want to see that. What I'd rather rant about is Willow. I am a huge Willow fan. That is my platonic ideal for what is fantasy. And I was very excited about this show, and I made it about 10 to 12 minutes before I just quit. I couldn't put up with it. The characters were all wrong and annoying. They did a weird thing where everyone has American accents, which wasn't part of the original Willow. Like, I think Val Kilmer was the only one with American accent. There was plenty of British actors with British accents. What it does, it makes it feel like the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out in like 1999, where they were using modern slang and modern accents, and it's very off-putting. And for Willow to have made that decision, like, it's fine for Dungeons and Dragons, where whatever that movie series is doing, and what looks like they're going to continue doing with the reboot of it, is it's its own thing, and they're making it its own thing. Willow was already established, and now they're trying to interject something that wasn't in the property into it to appeal to like a young adult audience, I guess, which is like, that's not who's watching Willow. People who were anticipating Willow were adults like me, like people approaching middle age. It's the kids who are like, I watched Willow on Betamax. That's how I was watching Willow. I watched Willow on Betamax. I gotta take out Qui-Gon until that machine stopped working. And then I watched it on TV. Yeah, let's bring back some bodies. Clear that foresight so I can focus on Annie here. Give me a stun. Perfect. Whatever. Did he not go after the shatter point? I think the shatter point was on what's his face. I think we're gonna do some random fast food talk after we wrap up this battle. There's been some changes. All right. So with let's head back up. There's a few things we should test. And it's this ZAM team that in particular I want to look at. We could either do JTR Swolo, which I want to test more because we've done that before, and it was very interesting, and I want more data points to confirm it, or if I had good RNG, or my opponent had bad mods or whatever. And then there's also SWGOH, which we could use up against it. And possibly even SWGOH solo. So it's me determining which of those routes I want to take here. Because the ZAM army, usually we're taking troopers, or we're taking troopers or Maul is how I usually counter it. And if there starts to be some cheaper counters, that's good things to know. So I guess the question is, what's the cheaper counter? Because not everyone's going to have Swolo, so maybe that's not as interesting, although I think it's pretty interesting. And SWGOH I kind of want to try in other places. Let's just do JTR Swolo. See, the thing is, we could Traya this with Savage now, and it would be no problem. But Savage Traya works in a lot of places. Maybe we want to punch up with that. See, the thing is, I know this works in 3v3 because they prioritize hitting my Swolo, because in 3v3 he's the lowest geared character here. That's not going to be the case up against these guys, so it may not work. I mean, probably won't work because they'll probably go after Poe and Finn. Do I want to do this? I could, nah, less. I just don't, I think it's gonna blow up in my face is why I don't want to do it. Like, I want to, so we've taken him up from Relic 1 to Relic 3. The only thing is, they can still land debuffs. There's going to be a decent amount of recovery that these guys have, which is why I think it might be Traya. And if it's Traya, we're not really learning anything. I know Traya can beat that with Savage. We're going to do it. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret this. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have put Finn and Poe, because the problem with Finn and Poe is they force a taunt. Well, maybe it won't come up because one of them died. And that's not good. Don't die. Oh, this is fine. I just kind of want, yeah, I kind of want that to happen. What I need is to get to my stealth. Alright, this is what I need. We might be able to 3v5 this. We're going after Zam to start. Oh, Dengar! That's right, I forgot about Dengar. Alright. Let's do a stun though. No stun? I learned this in 3v3. I should not attempt this up against Dengar. We're okay because they're still prioritizing him, but this could spin out of control. And I want to take him up to relics, is another thing I'd like to do. Maybe I should have gone after Fett. I'm not going to do the flame because I don't want Dengar to stealthy go. Like, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, we're leaving. I guess maybe we'll wait until R2 dies. There, now we will leave. Well, I guess maybe we still technically have a shot. They're still going to prioritize Swolo. I guess I should be going after Bossk instead. Yeah, this is what I thought. I want another counter to that thing. Alright, this... We're gonna troopers this, although I might want trooper. I hate when that happens. Okay. There we go. See, I'm gonna miss doing things like that. Being able to use mostly Gear 11 troopers to take out, to clean up a GL like that, because they're gonna become relict. We'll probably JMK, JML. Let's go down below. We'll do boring things. Can we Hutt Cartel this? Let's try and Hutt Cartel this. This is probably going to go poorly. No, let's Hutt Cartel Nute. We did that before, and that was somewhat interesting. Although Nest here might mess it up. Yeah, this could be a mess, or it could be awesome. Okay, let's throw down the disarm. Everyone gets some thermals. We'll pull turn meter from Dooku. Swap over to Bossk. At 6, I'm feeling pretty good that we can take out Dooku. At 9, I definitely feel good about it. So let's spread these thermals elsewhere. I want to start throwing them on Jango because we need those to take out Jango. Perfect. But I need my boy to come back. Now we should get... Oh, he's not going to revive because Jango took him out. Or because the tech from... It's Watt's tech could have done it too. Because otherwise, Curzanton will revive after Bosch's turn. So, and I think maybe I want to save the thermal blowing up ability for later in the turn. You want to do it initially because I forget the effect, but there's some sort of bonuses you get from people having thermals on them. But maybe it's better to spread the thermals in a different manner and then save that ability to blow them up. But that's a good... To get rid of Dooku and Jango, like, that's a good result. Alright, this is preloaded turn meter, that's right. Is there anything fun to test? We got those droids are useless. Let's do a SWGOH solo. This will work better than Nest, I think, because dark side. No. You don't really need that. The turn meter, yeah, we're not using overpower all that much. I guess we'll do that one. I should have looked at the secondaries. Let's look at the secondaries. Something with like extra crit damage is what I want. Let's do that. Health and health steal. Is Maul on defense? Oh jeez, this might be bad. This may have been a mistake. Cause no, I guess I can use JML up against that Bossk Sam. This is why I should plan things out. I'm just winging this match. I'm just seeing what we can figure out. Yeah, so here's something. The chicken sandwich wars is what I want to get back to, which is largely over, and part of that being over is some of these places discontinuing their chicken sandwiches, which is really what I wanted to mention, because now Burger King, which had like the third best one, is discontinuing their chicken sandwich, which is a little. It's not super meaningful. It wasn't really worth it. It was $1 or $2 more expensive than Popeyes, and it was very inconsistent. Like Burger King's a very inconsistent place, but it was still when it was good, it was really good, and I did enjoy getting it. And it basically just continues to cement there's no reason to go to Burger King. Because the other thing I've been doing lately is I want to, for just silly reasons, I want to have strong opinions on like the value menu burger, like the cheap burger option at all the major fast food places. And the Burger King one started out a little higher to me until I realized and I've talked about this in a previous video, until I realized what Burger King had been doing with the flame broiled. The flame broiled is a trick. They're using it to mask the fact that their meat is so low grade and flavorless. And if you really focus on those flavors and just realize there's nothing beyond that smoky flame broiled taste, there's no meat taste, it's not good. And it just goes back to me having zero interest in Burger King, which, thinking about like in the past, like Burger King, like when I was in high school, that was a place to get some decent food. Relatively speaking. Yeah. But other, I guess, progress on the burger front is I continue developing my opinions to figure out what the ranking would be. I had the Carl's Jr. or the Hardee's one, depending on what part of the country you're in. And what I found with that is it tastes a lot like McDonald's double cheeseburger flavor. It's technically outside of the dollar threshold. Like their cheapest option is who do I want to take out first? This might be a timeout because of the foresights messing things up. Maybe we do want to go with Fox because we're at least damaging Fox, but with the health up, I don't know if we're going to take him out. I wasn't paying attention to most of this. We're not doing enough damage. We need to go higher relics, I think, if we want to do a lot. I'm getting the feeling with Savage that as much as he can solo some characters, that's not his value. His value is on defense. He's such a complete pain to take out. Like, you can see, like, they have no chance at taking out Savage, and because of the lack of damage, they're not really going to be able to take me out. Yeah, Savage's value is just... It's really seeming like more on defense. There's too much recovery from this Ami. Interesting. Okay. We're burning through too many teams. We need to clear this, go to the back wall, and... throw that on Nest, but I don't know when Nest's turn is going to come. I just want that to spread. Give me shock. Perfect. Don't care. We'll get back to my finishing thoughts because we were just starting to talk about that Carl's Jr. burger. Okay. I wonder if we should take out what's his face first. Let's do this. Could have done the assist, but I think I wanted. Maybe we should have done the assist because now everyone has days. I need to keep Nest under stun and control. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Watt. The healing, the dispel, all of that is making this take longer than it should. It's an annoyance we don't need for this match. Let's just keep Nest stunned though. All right, let's auto. I don't know if we want to auto. Are we really going to time out on this nonsense? Oh my god. This is one of those classic matches where my refusal to use anything good gets me into trouble. Okay, let's just auto from here. And I'm going to continue talking about nonsense because it's just the mood I'm in today. So those Carl's Jr. burgers taste exactly like the McDonald's burgers, but they're slightly better quality. Like, I feel like the burger patty's a little thicker, the bread's a little thicker, it's a little better constructed, but it's pricier. So for that price, for that flavor, what's the better value? What would I rank better? Because Carl's Jr. is this superior execution, but it's technically outside of the dollar threshold that I was curious about. And for that, I feel like dinging it a little bit. But they surprisingly taste nearly the same. This is annoying. Yeah, what an annoyance. Okay. I think if I would have prioritized Watt sooner, then we could have focused in. We got through Nute once, and we would have done it. But this is the things that happen when you refuse to use one of your good squads. Really, I should be using Thrawn. We need to get to the back wall, so I really should stop playing nonsense. But I want to test stuff on the back wall, so we need to see what's back there. In Nest, we're gonna need, even at gear 12, we need something decent. I think what I want here, what was I just thinking? I just had a thought here. Ah, jeez, I hate it when I do that. I might even just cut some of this out. This is nonsense. Nah, I feel like the banter is worth it. Oh, Finn is what I was thinking. This is a bad idea because the amount of damage. Where they took out Mission, no problem. Why would they have problem here? Maybe if I had... Rose isn't going to do anything. They're going to blow me up. If they take out Mission, why would they have any trouble here? Can we just take out Fox early? I don't think we will. And we're not landing any expose. I really don't want to taunt. What does this even do? I have no idea about her kit. Okay, yes, we do want to do that. Oh my god. Alright, I just kind of want to leave now. We need... This is ridiculous. Alright, fine. We'll do something real. Jeez. Alright. We're gonna stop goofing off. Real. See, here's the problem that we're having is CG has improved enough of these squads where I don't want to use them for this. God, can we Ackbar this? Those guys are gonna go elsewhere. Let's do these. See, I don't even think this is gonna work. It's the damage they're doing. The Ami is giving them too much stats. And maybe I should be focusing on him, but I feel like going after Fox. Okay, good. Okay. All right. I know Sage is very irritated with this video if I didn't chase him away. Unfortunately, you guys caught me in a mood. Can I maybe I just bounty hunter this with nonsense? Bounty again? Oh my god. I wish I could lock that and prevent changing its size. Yeah, what if we do, or see, I don't have that. Sure. Okay. See if we can stun Nest. I don't know what the mods are like on his Nest. Maybe that's an option, maybe it's not. Alright. We should be able to take her out now. Yeah, alright, let's just auto. Let's get back to doing this actual Grand Arena now that we're through these nonsense teams. We're not done testing though. We got plenty of more testing to do. Okay, see there's real teams on this back wall, so I don't want to use good things. We could use Raddus here if we had Raddus, we don't. We have this Bad Bat squad, which Troopers probably would have been good at, but we don't have Troopers. We got Maul, we got JML. I think Traya's pretty good at Bad Batch, aren't they? Maybe with Savage. Let's see. Let's just clear the GL and then we'll figure out what we want to do here. There's less testing opportunities than I'd hoped. These squads are pretty good, so in terms of like Sanastaros, she's gonna struggle up against anything. Wait, would Sana work up against Iden? I forget. I don't think so. And like Hondo, I don't know where I'd use Hondo. We're just gonna have to use real teams. Alright, let's JMK this. We'll be serious now. Sure. I just realized I made that too big. Alright, hopefully that wasn't too annoying for a match or so. I would like to take out Revan first. They mark the right body. Don't want to use that ability yet. I don't want to waste it. There goes Revan. Don't like that at all. That's too bad. Okay. we need to do our thing. Mace would be nice right about now. Oh, do not go after her. Do not go after her. Alright, eliminate Luke. Not a huge fan of that. Let's take out Yoda while we can. Yoda's really annoying. Let's just take him out while we can. Oh, these dodges are a little annoying. Let's try and keep Cat alive. I want these armor shreds. Do not die. No, that's not good. I need to get rid of this ability block. But it's not going to happen. You gotta be kidding me. I should have brought in Padme. But I was thinking Padme we could use for something else. And I should have paid attention to that's a Relic 9. And I have a Relic 6 JMK. I need to start increasing the Relic levels on all these characters is what I need to do. But I've been holding back my relic materials so that it can work towards these projects I'm working on. Because I need more GLs. I want Afra. I'm working towards Third Sister. Like there's all these projects that we're working on. And my cleanups. Can I just Wampa this? Can I Wampa this? Pretty sure I know we can Star Killer it. Let's figure it out. I think we should be able to. I think I have before. It's the Relic 9 that really concerns me. We could just throw my own JML at it. It's just, it feels... Using a GL up against... to clean up is much more of a waste than using a Wampa. The daze is a problem. We need to auto. He's really, how fast is he? He's doing well. He's 531. That's not that fast. Come on, Womps. I know you deserve more relic levels. The ability block is what's really going to ruin me because I can't get the stacking ability. I can't get the stacking bonuses. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah. I can't believe I have to use it. This is one of those, this is such a dumb day. Because I've just, out of sheer stubbornness, the way that this day is going. It's fine. Alright, fine. Fine. I will use a GL to do this because I've just refused all match to be a serious player. See, I'm actually have major doubts that this is going to work. Because Relic 9's, that's a serious GL. I should have done that evasion up, the offense up ability. Datacron, unless I already gave that one away. That's why I brought in Plo, was for the turn meter. Hadley. We might have a whiny dog in a moment. But I can't deal with it until after this match. Turn meter. Oh, I can't spread buffs right now. Okay. I guess I should clarify I'm drinking bulletproof coffee out of a highball glass, which probably gives the wrong impression. Just realized it probably looks like a cocktail. Okay. AoE triggered the frenzy, and now we will rip apart Zam and eliminate the Omicron before we need to be concerned about it. Let's see if we can get rid of Bossk now. Damage is boosting each time, perfect. And there we go. I'm just gonna auto from here, I don't care. Should have Traya Savaged this. But I wanted to test nonsense. I think I might start in the if I remember, maybe that's why I don't do it. I might put in the nonsense topics into the description. Because we've covered what, Willow and fast food so far. And we still got plenty of Grand Arena left because I decided to waste an hour throwing crap at the wall. And because I don't have headphones, I just realized the special effects have been muted all video, so enjoy that. How do I want to deal with this? Because I just got... Ackbar has always been my cleanup squad for Grievous if this goes poorly. That might be wrong, though. Let's do it. If it doesn't work, we use Vader to clean it up. Or something. So Sana. Rolo, Lando, and at least with the 3-star Sana, I want Captain Hutt. I don't need that up against other versions because, or I actually don't know, but in the last round I just lost Sana right away, and I had already used Captain Han and some other nonsense so that I couldn't revive her, and I think she's going to be very vulnerable to be taken out. So Captain Han is worth using, and we want Stormtrooper Han. Okay, let's do it. I'm a little surprised that Stormtrooper Han hasn't been required at Relics yet. Just a little bit. No idea how to... I didn't even get to use her abilities last time. She just went down. Okay, they already have target lock, so let's do this, because that'll spread stagger. Let's keep him alive. Yes, let's do this. That gives us a bunch of assists and everyone's under stealth. We can AoE again. That's one body. Let's go after range. Perfect. This is working great. I mean, it's not the best Iden team, but it's still an Iden team. Perfect. Okay, see, it was all worth it. Nearly an hour of nonsense so that we could do that. Yeah, totally worth it. Okay, what do we want to do here? Vader seems like the way to do it. Let's give you a friend. We don't need it, but let's do it anyway. Just I think. Needed to pause for a moment and remember to not do dumb things. Like, I don't mind throwing in dumb squads, but I do get irritated when I misplay dumb squads. Not that this is a dumb squad, but that's the nuance here. Just chuck it. Alright. Now we'll throw a bunch of stuff at Grievous. I don't think we can one-shot him with what we have left. I do want to test smugglers out. Because my Hondo is 6 stars now? 5 stars? 5 stars, I think. But let's just do it. Let's just do it. Yeah, we got a 5-star Hondo. Let's bring in these guys, I guess. We'll use bounty hunters to clean things up if we need to. We have the Omicron on Hondo. We need to find out how to use this thing. Let's AoE, get some debuffs, daze. Call in dash. My only feeling here is, even if this works, this isn't how we're really going to be using these characters. I don't know what this is really teaching us. I mean, I guess maybe in an interim basis, we're kind of using them this way. But not really in a meaningful way. Maybe at relics and stuff where we could have actually used the dash Ami that, or not the dash Ami, the dash Datacron that we're getting no benefit out of. Yeah, we got nothing out of all that. My only concern now, no, we should be fine, because Fennec is going to be able to rip apart. Is that what we want to do? Grief might not be bad. It's just preloaded turn meter and stuff. We're going to go with that. This is stuck with grief over Dengar. I've already changed my opinion on it. And seriously, that quick? That quick, huh? Okay. I want to double tap, so I'm doing the basic. AoE, I'm just trying to make progress on this contract since we can't target it right now. That's not great. I guess we probably would have lost grief, so it's fine that we didn't take them. This should make a good amount of progress. Perfect. Because she hits multiple times with her basic. This is just nonsense. Fine. That'll be sacrifice, AoE, and now we got problems. Let's take out B2 and get more problems. Yeah. We'll find a way through this. We still got stuff. I mean, we got droids. Oh, we got Bad Batch. Let's do Bad Batch. Okay. I will do that. We'll do buffs. AoE. I've never used them in a cleanup capacity, so I'm just... Let's do protection up. Swap. There we go. All right. This whole match was just to show that Sanastaros can, with the leftover stuff that you had to get anyway, can beat a weak Iden team. An Iden team as good as mine though. Oh, and that's a weak fleet. Well, I guess he does have relic pilots, so let's not be disrespectful here. Let's AoE, we don't need to dispel yet. I don't know about command shuttle on the front lines. Like, I get wanting to keep TIE Fighter pilot for counters, but then Gauntlet is a better choice on the front lines. I guess not a lot of players are gonna have Super Commando and Gar Saxon at levels where that is worth it, but still, I think that's how I would do it, regardless. Oh, you know what? I kind of messed up. I needed to bring out Spy. I always regret this when I forget to do it, but I don't think it's going to matter this match. But that's what I should have done. Because in this scenario, if he ultimates on Hyena Bomber, Sunfat could fall. And then I would lose both of my ships. But it doesn't matter. But we were very vulnerable had it gone on long enough. He's still playing, but there's only, what, 45 minutes left? No, 35 minutes left. Let's do Executor up against these guys. What am I? No. And yes, AoE. Alright, for this final one, we'll throw in the Raven's Claw, see what happens. But it's something we can two-shot, no problem. Holdo, if you've thrown a sacrifice fleet, Holdo can handle it. My Holdo with like Garrett's 11 pilots can handle cleaning that up, no problem. We used to do that as a deliberate strategy when we had fewer fleets. Now it's more, I just want to keep using Raven's Claw. How does it? I think you guys are picking up on how stubborn of a person I am. I just want to do things the way I want to do it, even if it's wrong. I think, yeah. So with bulletproof coffee, it's putting butter and MCT oil in your coffee, but never buy MCT oil. That's a nonsense product. it's naturally in. Do I want to? Do I have to have target lock to remove turn meter? Okay, I don't want Rose to taunt, so I'm going to do it here. Although I was tempted to... Okay, taunts anyway, never mind. It's fine. And MCT oil naturally occurs in coconut oil, so just put coconut oil in your coffee if you're into doing that. I don't do keto. I just I tried out putting butter and coconut oil in my coffee, and I just like it. I like it a lot. It tastes... That right there is why I don't believe in this fleet yet. Biggs goes down so easily. Okay, we took out the pilot. Let's see if we can take out the Falcon. Awesome. And he has Rays, so these are good pilots. And I don't have good pilot. Well, I guess my... Who's the Ravens? Kyle Katarn? My Katarn's good. I feel like that's a little early for young Lando to come out. I like to have Clone Sergeant come out. That's my preferred guy. Are you serious? Who's is Resistance pilot landing days? I'm gonna prioritize that next time. That's annoying. That's a very annoying buff. Okay. Let's clean this up. We need another X-Wing for our X-Wing squadron, and then Biggs will stop dying. I am certain of it. Maybe it'll be next month. I mean, I guess we have plenty of time technically left in this month for Red 5 to come out. It's just, I don't see it. I guess the question is, how does Red 5 come out? It's either going to be some sort of legendary event like the Falcon was, or it's the next Conquest ship, which would be it would be in February. And more I feel like that's how it's getting released. Because how else do you make it worthy? That's a ship that deserves a worthy release, and it's not going to be a Marquis or a Galactic Chase. It's not even going to get to this point. I don't even know why I'm adding these other ships. It's just how I play this fleet. Okay. So I throw the Foresight onto the tank, onto the MG100. Everybody else has a deflector shield up, so using those specials doesn't make sense at this stage. He put some weird pilots on this fleet. Alright, let's bring out our Poe. I should have done the Foresight ability. No, we already had Foresight. We'll do deflector shield in a moment. Hopefully I don't lose my guy. That should be... Oh, the dodge! Alright. Oh my god, I should have taken out the other guy. I'm irritated. Alright, let's get a tank out on the field. We're going to get to the ultimate first, so we're not going to lose it, but just kind of irritating how this went. I just kept wanting to avoid the foresight, and it forced me into a situation where we went after the guy with evasion up a bunch. Sure. This stuff doesn't even matter anymore. Okay, great. Alright, that's it. There's 26 minutes left. My opponent is playing. Let's see if he has enough time to clear me, because if he clears me and beats me, that would be hilarious. He does have enough time. Well, let's see where he's at. At least we have a good defensive team left with Iden. It's nice to know that Sonic can beat that level of Iden. He does have the offensive fleet to beat me. Let's see how he did on the rest of this territory. No problems. And up above. He's just taking his time, being slow and deliberate. Picking it apart, thinking about what he's doing instead of just throwing stuff in and seeing what happens. He would have had 3 GLs left for offense. But 23 minutes. We'll check back in 20 minutes or so and update and see where he's at. He might be done. He might try and clear me. He's got the time to do those battles. Only 5 battles. And he saved everything fleet-wise for offense. So it is still possible for him to clear me. And we're back. Betting on your opponent to not play is always foolish. But he took 2 shots up against Mon Mothma. The Iden he cleared in 1. And on the back wall. No trouble at all. Which, from the fleet defense he set, isn't surprising. He kept all his best fleets. Maybe next time we'll take things more seriously, but probably not. And we will wrap it up there. I don't think I got too much more to add. We got other videos to be working on. We got the gear update I want to talk about. We'll do that for sometime next week. We'll post this stuff. We'll figure out days. But thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.